Omkhulu fele tongweni mabezebo.
Emakhosini ngokwantana bethongo phambi kwenu namhlanje ugogo Mkhize, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Apparently I have to do an introductory video, and that was not part of the plan. That was not part of my plan, but we will do it anyway, where I just talk about who I am and what this page is about. Now my thing is really what this page is about is and I feel like the video can't end here. So what we're going to do is we will talk, or I will tell you about facts about me that no one asked about or asked for, while I struggle with trying out different like head wrap styles. That's what we're doing. So yeah, I hope I don't keep looking there kakhulu, but hey, starting from the beginning, my name is Makhosi Mkhize. Yeah, I actually have 5 names. Yeah, that's obviously excluding Makhosi Gogo. I have 5 names, but only 3 of them made it onto the birth certificates or ID. Yeah, I was born in January in the 1990s. I was born at Hongati, I think Victoria Hospital. I hope I'm getting the name right. Or Victoria Hospital, or Victory Hospital. I don't know which one it was, honestly. And we lived in Hambanati for the first 3 years of my life, and then from there we moved to Westville. I am not even making this up when I say my first memory of just my life was of us moving to Westville. And like even when they show me pictures, it's just like, oh, okay, that's cute, but I still don't remember. Like, it does not come back. It really does not come back. I don't know why, but yeah. So my first memory is of the day that we actually moved to a Westville. Yeah, so we've lived there all my life. I am a student and obviously a healer. Right now, for what's the day today? It can't 9 days land. Ain't like 10. Now 1 November. Okay. I have been out of the nest, so I'm currently in Joburg. This is my first time being away from my parents, or just being away from home. I've literally had no desires of being out of that house. This is like my first time, and I'm not gonna lie, I am not enjoying it at all. I live in like a very, very big house. Well, not a big house, but like, it's like a big family. So I've gone from living with like 7 people at a time to living alone, and it's very, very quiet, and I never go outside. So that is why I'm saying I'm not enjoying it. I go to wrong. Yeah. And I forgot what I was talking about. Okay. My insecurities. My biggest insecurity has to be my teeth. My other is my skin, but yeah, those are the 2 things that I'm just extremely insecure about. My teeth and my skin. My teeth have given me a hard time all my life, literally all my life. Yeah. What else? I have a cleft palate. I hope I'm pronouncing it right. I don't think I've ever heard anyone pronounce lending nayo. But yeah, it's a cleft palate. It is it's like a hole in the ceiling of your mouth, like uzalwa nayo leyo nto. So yeah, I've obviously had that since birth. I was maybe 11 or 12 when I actually learned that it's not a usual thing, or it's not I don't want to say normal, like that's wrong. But yeah, I only learned when I was like 11 or 12. That's not something everyone has. So obviously at that time, and clearly because why else would they see the ceiling of my mouth? And obviously I was in primary at the time. So yeah, and I was just dying of laughter, and obviously one of the girls were probably like, girl, ew, what is that? And that's when I learned to lenteng nayo should asinayo sonke. When I obviously was young, we obviously had the surgery done where I think they put like, I don't even know what they do, but they kind of like seal it because it's an actual hole and it's like a passage to my nose, like a direct passage to my nose. So obviously I did surgery and I'm getting that kind of sealed because I think when mom breastfed me or something, milk used to come out of my nose. So obviously they had to get that sorted out. Yeah, when that happened, the doctor was like, either akakwazi ukukhuluma or she has inkinga nje with her speech. So the doctor had advised that I go to therapy, like speech therapy. But it was insanely expensive for my parents at the time. So mom was just kind of like, if she doesn't talk, then she doesn't talk. I know that sounds wrong, but I don't mean it like that. So she really believed that she can obviously just train me on her own. Not that she believed that, but she had no choice but to kind of make it work because she does not have the money to take me to speech therapy. So yeah, that happened, but I don't think I had that many problems. I think I just couldn't pronounce S gahle. I used to pronounce my big sister's name but I used to say khne. So yeah, that was me. I'm struggling with the style and I feel like I am onto something. Oh yeah, so yeah, that was it. I speak very very like fast, like ngiyashesha. Kuba ngathi nje khona la engiphuthuma khona bengikhuluma ngathi ngiyatatazela. That is just how I talk. I also have a stutter, but I feel like my stutter gets better as I get older. Like right now, people might not even know that I have a stutter, but if you like know me, you actually know. Especially when I talk very very fast and for the longest time I always thought that it had everything to do with the fact that I have a cleft palate, but apparently not that it does that. And I'm not saying the cleft palate doesn't have an impact on the way I talk, but we met mom's side of my family in 2015. So yeah, all my like mom's side, we actually met the whole family in 2015, and that is when I learned that it's actually into like that's just how I am. So yeah, that's for the first 6 or 7 years of my life, I thought I was a twin. I thought I was a twin because my parents lied. So I've always known that abantu abadala are liars, and I mean that in the most respectful way. But yeah, obviously they had their reasons for why they said that. I thought I was a twin, and I only learned obviously in like grade 1, grade 2 uguti. Yeah, that's not the case, and we learned that when we got our reports. It reports at school, and it used to be like it's like a report card, and like the school's logo and then your name and your date of birth. So obviously I was just like I'm very very outspoken, so I went to my teacher on some, Miss Henderson girl, you made a mistake, our birthdays are fine, and she was just like, no, it's supposed to be like that. And I'm just like, no, there's no way in hell, because we're twins, so it needs to be exactly the same. And she's just like, well, I'm sorry to break it to you, but you guys are not twins because your birthdays are not the same. And I was just like, oh, okay. So yeah, that was that. And obviously for those 6-7 years, anyone that was in my life around that time knew that we were twins. And I used to bite my nails. I don't know, I might still bite my nails. Udez is currently taking care of my nails, has been doing it for this whole year. So I don't know, my nails have been covered for most of the year, and so I don't know. I might still bite my nails. I don't know. I really do not know. I feel like I should be like this, right? Yeah, actually this looks better. Oh my gosh. I look like Nyahlonipa. Anyway, yeah, I used to bite my nails. I am the second funniest person in my family. And the funniest in my friend group. Moxie, if you have made it this far in the video, yes, I said it. I am funnier than you. When I was still in, I think I'm say crash, I broke my arm. It was when we had moved into Westport. Obviously, we moved into Westport. It was really a pool, but before the pool we have like this little bank. So we had bicycles. I do not know whose idea it was to tell me to ride down the bank. But clearly they knew what they were doing, because I literally did anything that she would tell me at that time, literally. So yeah, I rode down the bank, and I think now, but they were kind of banking on the fact that I'm getting included because there was like a little fence between the grass and where the pool starts. But obviously I rode down the bank, ngahlula fencing, ngangena phakathi pool. The pool had been trained at the time, so yeah, like ngashaya nje usimende impela, and I broke my arm. I have been to surgery or a theater. I don't know if there's like a difference, but I've been there 6 different times, I think. Yeah, God shame in grade 6, this boy, I'm not gonna say his name, shame. This boy tripped me for some weird reason, and he tripped me, and I was running at the time, and when he tripped me, obviously I was gonna fall, but because I was running, it's like I flew, and so when that happened, everything went wrong. My dress went up, and my pants was out, and I was in grade 6. And when things like that happen, it's just like the whole world has ended when that happens. So when that happened, I kind of acted like I had fainted from that. I know he felt like shit when that happened, but I was totally fine. I just did not want to get up right then and there. So bangisa to is it the sick room, and I think abazali or something. It was like just like a serious thing, but it really wasn't that. I fell, and my panties were out, and I was not trying to get up at that exact time. When I was in high school, what else? Okay, when I was in high school, we were part of a dance group. Untogo was my twin sister. Untogo Faye, no Natasha. We were good, so please don't laugh. We were actually really good. We won Westfall's Got Talent. Angazini, can't remember the year, sorry. But Westfall's Got Talent was at, there was this church. But yeah, Payana, opposite Spa. There's like the big Spa in Westfall. Opposite that one, there's 2 churches, not the one in Pezulilela. Yeah. So yeah, we won that year, and we were the baddest in the game. You couldn't tell us anything. What else? I don't know what else to tell you guys. I did not plan this thing, and I don't know what I'm gonna do next. I'm out of hit rap styles. What can we talk about? When I was in high school, obviously esontweni saqiniswa, and all that stuff, like uyahamba uyafundiswa, and saqiniswa. Let me just put it like that. Saqiniswa. I feel like I can't explain that to you guys. Saqiniswa, and I'm not even messing with you when I say the week after siqiniswa, my friend and I almost went to jail. But obviously they didn't lock us up because we were kind of young. My friend stole something. I don't know what to do with. Okay, so my friend stole something, and when she stole something at that point in time, she did not tell me that she was stealing something, which was just a good idea and good judgment on her end, because again, get that as Lamina, and just a mess. So yeah, so she stole something. And you know how when you were in high school, we are, what's that thing? See a mall, and we just kind of walk around with no direction or whatever. Sometimes we'd go into the movies, but sometimes it was so expensive, and obviously as Ingane high school, so yeah, we were just roaming around I can't tell you guys the more. Oh, can I? Pavilion. So we were just roaming around Lape Mall, and she stole something, and once we had made it out, she actually told me that she stole something, and I was like to her, I want that as well. And she was just like, if you want something, go and steal it yourself. And I was just like, if I steal. And then she was like, okay, I'll steal for you. But obviously it was obviously a bad idea, because now I knew that and it was just a mess because obviously I think we got caught because of me. I think I just looked like I was panicking or something, yeah. And obviously our parents had to be called. She had no choice but to call her father. I had choices. Thank God I had choices because mom akasineki nayo khulileka nje uma akahleki nje nengane. Yeah, so I was privileged enough to call my dad. My dad is just as strict as my mom, but my lips are getting really dry. But Baba's gonna be private about it. Let me put it like that. Like, he's not gonna be causing a scene or shouting or whatever. Yabo, sisa phambi kwabantu, you know. Babuzolinda size ekhaya. That's why I chose dad over mom. But yeah, I don't like the style. Do I like it? I don't know. I feel like it's like that any second. But yeah, so yeah, that happened. What else? I have. Okay, actually no. Let me not say I have that. But maybe something like that. I don't know. I haven't been diagnosed with anything like that, shame. But I believe I have something like or something similar to social anxiety when I am around people. And if I do not know you, I will go mute. I don't know what to say. I do not talk. I literally it literally comes off as rude sometimes. But I also cannot control it. People always try and link that to my gift, but it really isn't that, because I realized that the more I chill with you, I think what I'm doing is I'm just kind of like feeling your vibe. But the more I chill with you, the more I won't get comfortable around you, and then you kind of realize what's okay. So that's just how I am. Yeah, I don't have any other facts. Maybe when we talk about my gift, I learned about my gift in 2009, 2010. I think possibly 2010 because I got sick 2010. That's when everything started going south. Yeah, 2010. But I was in denial, or I wasn't accepting of it for so many years. I accept her 2018, 2019. Yeah, 2018, 2019. Yeah, part of the reasons why I did not want to accept was because okay, firstly it didn't make sense to me at first. Angazi noma mhlambe umuntu onesiphiwo or akwatshela ukuthi unesiphiwo, get what I'm saying? It's like when someone says you have this and that, and these are all the symptoms, but you haven't really caught on at the time, and there are like literally no signs. I had no signs of, well, Mina, from my perspective, I didn't show any signs, or I didn't see any signs of having a gift, other than the fact that ngangula at the time, and honestly ngakula nomba and not have a gift, you know. So that's why I was just like, I don't know what you guys are talking about. So yeah, but obviously after a couple of years, all of that stuff, and then it just became a whole thing. I was in denial, and I was just kind of angry, really and truly. I was just kind of angry because what it meant was I might not do what I had planned to do in Nyami, and I have to be umuntu o, you know, ohlala esigodlweni, and yeah, ophila nje leyo mpilo kube isangoma. And at the time when I'd learned about that, izangoma wasn't as popular as it is now. So literally, when you spoke about this thing, is kind of like slanted. I don't like it, but I like this side. Yeah, so when you spoke about, when I was told that I'm going to be a healer, I just thought of all these, I'm going to sound rude, but I just thought of, you know, izangoma lezi zakudala, how sangomas were, you know, ama OG. So yeah, that's just what I thought of, and I just thought, yeah, there's no way I am not doing that. But obviously after some time I had no choice but to accept, and here we are today. Yeah, and this whole channel is going to be about amasiko and izinto zedlozi, and just possibly anything that relates to that. Obviously I haven't figured everything out. I just have one series to do, and yeah, I really hope you guys enjoy the videos that I post, and I hope you guys have a good time watching my videos, and I hope you guys, what's that thing, like, comment, and subscribe. Yeah, that's that. But yeah, I hope you guys really do enjoy this. Emakhosini.